Assalamu alaikum, I'm Zaki Bika. So this is actually happening, the first of many episodes to inspire, empower and inform ladies in this ever so challenging times. So 2018 ended rather with a bang, and before we could even catch our breath, it's back to school. With me in the studio today is Anisa Mohammed, mom, teacher and businesswoman, and Raima Baid, a super mom to 4 amazing kids. Thank you ladies for your time and effort and being able to empower our audience. Anisa.
Thank you, Zakira, for allowing us the opportunity and for inviting us into your lovely home.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Zaki and the lab for giving us this opportunity to share some tips with mums in getting ready for school again.
It's awesome to have you here. So, take it away, empower us.
Well, as a mum, we all have challenges on how to get the kids ready. So we have our holidays and the kids are on chill mode. But I think as a mum, you've got to be proactive and sort of start beforehand. So I'm not sure if any mums have done this already yet. But in my instance, the first week of school holidays, I already started working through the kids' uniforms, going through their school books and school bags. I started stationery lists.
Wow! You're really a super mom.
Well, I have 4 kids. My eldest is 13 years old. He's in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 9 and 10-year-old in primary school.
All right.
And a busybody toddler in play school. So the first week, all that was done. And the second week, we already had labeling done, school books packed, school bags ready for school, just so that I can enjoy the holidays with the kids, and relax and go back to school chilled,
That's a super idea. But Raima, now for moms that didn't do this?
Well, for mums that haven't done this yet, it's an idea to keep in mind for the end of this year. But don't stress, it's okay. Just take a breath and do one thing at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself, because the first week of school is never, and nothing needs to be done anyway. So you still have until the first weekend, until the teachers start giving them the work. So just relax. It's okay if you haven't done it.
Okay, super. Anisa, from being a teacher, from a teacher's point of view, what can you tell us? How do we prepare? Or how do the moms out there prepare?
I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all method to easing children or parents into going back to school.
Yes.
Having taught in foundation phase and having been a Montessori director for 15 years, I can assure you I have had terrifying and terrific first days. So I'm sure I can help with certain tips.
Okay, so we're talking about toddlers or foundation phase. How do you ease them? Or rather, how do you ease the mums into this difficult stage?
Initially, I would say the first day is very stressful. But it boils down to the parents' attitude, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
When the parents are supportive and trusting and go into the school with a very open-minded attitude,
Mm-hmm.
the children tend to mirror that kind of attitude.
Okay.
And they openly trust the teacher.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all new, foundation phase, preschool, it's all new to the child.
Okay.
New environment, new friends, new routines, the first day they go in excited and then they're there and then they think to themselves, what am I doing here? Mom is leaving me, it's very stressful, it's traumatic, it's daunting. But when the parents have that open-mindedness, then automatically they just relax into it too.
Okay, so that's another point to bear in mind, as Raima says, if you plan earlier
Yes.
in the year, so you're not so overwhelmed on that first day. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. You have to be organized, planned. You've got to psych yourself up. You've got to psych your kids up, because at the end of the day, it's daunting for the whole family.
No, absolutely. As teachers, how do you handle it?
I think we also have to psych ourselves.
It's definitely not a one-size-fits-all package.
It's that time of the year again. Get ready to gear up for Back to School 2019 with our low price deals on a wide range of stationery essentials. At KC Stationers, we've made it easier than ever to skip the queues and the chaos during the school supply rush.
Rema, what else can you add to?
Well, from what Anisa has said, I can say that each kid is different, each child is different. So my 9-year-old is very sensitive, and he needs a lot of nurturing. So for him, meeting his new teacher next year, it's like you said, Anisa, we've got to prepare them. Get them excited about it's going to be a new year. You're going to grade 4. So the more, it's like you said, if you are psyched and if you are excited, even if you have to put on a pretense for the child, it helps. It really does help. And then meeting the teacher on the first day of school, introduce yourself properly. Let them know whose mom you are and that you are putting your child in their hands. And that you are trusting them, and you're not going to get involved. I think moms mustn't get too involved with teachers, because I don't know if you feel the same, but I feel like when you get parents too involved with the teacher, then the teacher also holds back on how to discipline the child, because maybe the parent will have a problem with the way you discipline, or not really.
So.
No?
I don't think so. I think
Do you
parents
feel
got to
we
be
should-
involved and stay involved.
Really?
What happens initially in the foundation phase, you find that parents are so involved, and as the age increases or the grades increase, you find that parents lose that interest in children, and children do need to know that there's encouragement and involvement at all ages and at all stages through
But do you
through
think
the year.
with the teacher as well?
Absolutely, with the
Really?
teacher, because communication is vital.
Okay.
What other tips can you advise our audience out there?
As soon as holiday mode is in, the kids try and have a competition of who can stay up the latest. So now that it's just a few days after school, I'm starting to cut down sleeping times. And every night now I'm going to decrease the hour of the time they sleep. It's the only way that they can get good rest before school and grow and just be healthy, you know.
Get back into routine.
Get back into routine.
Anisa, as a teacher, do you have sleepy heads in your class after the holidays?
It is said that you do get many children at various ages who don't get it back into routine very easily. And unfortunately, with the curricula, we have to start as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
So it does happen that we would actually require kids to be alert and at peak concentration from the beginning. So if they could get back into routine earlier, would really make a big difference.
So moms, there you go. Get back into routine so to ease the teachers' tasks at school. What else can you add? What else? What about lunch tips? I mean, your kids have been eating at random times and all that. How do you get them back into routine with?
It's going to be difficult, Zaki, no doubt. But the first few days are always tricky. You've got to give yourself, some time. As a mom, don't be hard on yourself. It's never easy. But after a few days, things go back into routine. With regard to lunch tips, they have to go back to having their good breakfast in the morning. And then snacks for school, they should have their fruit. I give a yogurt, a bottle of water, and a sandwich. And then they're home by lunch before madrasa again. So then it's a good lunch before madrasa, and then when they come back, it's early dinner. My dinners are 6:30 maybe, just so that they can digest the food and get back to bed, early.
Great stuff. From a teacher's point of view, when they're craving all those junk and sugars from the holidays, how do you cope with that?
It's not something that we can cope with. It's something that obviously we leave to the parents to make that decision. It's really on them. But packing a healthy lunch for a child is a responsibility that is left to the parents, and even lunch money. Because what happens is they do have the option of the healthy lunch, but then they've been given lunch money, and they compensate with
Take advantage of
a whole
that.
lot of sugary food,
Yes.
and their concentration levels and their sugar levels fluctuate, and you have these extremely
Correct.
energetic children.
Yes.
Either that or really low energy, children when those sugar levels
Drop.
Yes.
And this is a problem throughout the year, not just at the beginning.
Okay.
that time of the year again. Get ready to gear up for Back to School 2019 with our low price deals on a wide range of stationery essentials. At KC Stationers, we've made it easier than ever to skip the queues and the chaos during the school supply rush.
So, ladies, we're going to wrap it up right now. But what I actually want to say, more than kids going back to school, the onus is on moms to, we have a really, really humongous job in getting coordinated. And I think the two of you, your input was phenomenal. In simple terms, I think you guys or you ladies nailed it, because it's a mammoth task. And I think the viewers are going to take this opportunity and listen to this and ease themselves. And like Rayma kept saying, don't be too hard on yourselves, moms. You got this, and we will be able to adjust, whether your kids are in high school, foundation phase, or even Montessori. I think we can handle this perfectly.
Yes.
Rayma, last words.
You can do this. Give yourself a pat on the back. You're doing a great job as a super mom. So just smile, be there, enjoy your time with your children, and don't stress. It will all be fine.
Anisa?
Trust the teacher.
Thank you so much for being in studio with me today. Well, there we have it, and I'm sure you will be able to take back or get back to school with a greater confidence. Well then, that's a wrap. Catch us next week on MRN Viewpoint for another exciting episode. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.